Back, everyone. Happy Halloween. We're almost there.
Almost.
I was at a store today and the cashier was like, "Oh, take a Halloween snack." I know it's early. I didn't take any Halloween snacks. Um, but here we are, late night news. Welcome, Erica. 10 p.m.
Thanks.
Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Guys, we do this weeknights. We kind of go over a rundown of the news, some spicy stuff, what's trending, what we find interesting in the crypto market, blockchain, Web3, all that good stuff. Let's roll the intro and let's just jump right into it.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Happy
So
Tuesday.
happy Tuesday indeed to you as well, Erica. So today's been it's I don't know if it's because of this Hurricane Fiona or whatever's going on, but here in southern Ontario, Canada, a lot of gloomy, rainy days.
Yeah.
Lot of rain, which is good though. We had a very dry summer.
Yeah. It's sunny here. That's per usual.
Isn't it
Hey, look,
always
it's
sunny there?
David.
Look, it's
Yeah.
David. David, where'd the beard go? The beard will make a comeback. As you guys saw the
Wait, is that
breakdown.
what's different? Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, oh, no, honestly, I was David, if you're watching this. I was on G Media and I was scrolling and I saw that and I was like, wow, like his skin looks really nice. And I was like, something like is different. Maybe he got a facial, but no, the beard. Okay.
It's a beard. Speaking of really
Wow.
nice, the really
It looks
nice
nice.
on this side, Unstoppable, powered by Unstoppable Domains. Head over to Unstoppable Domains, get yourself an NFT domain while you still can, while we're still early adopters. Head over to gokhshteinmedia.com, scroll to the bottom, smash the Unstoppable link, and that gives us a little kickback, helps us out as well. We are powered by them, and it's an honor. So, like Erica was saying, we see the new and improved David G. Of course, this time he's rocking the smooth butterface. The Enrique Iglesias 5 o'clock
Yeah.
shadow is growing
Are you
out.
gonna shave your beard too now or not?
I was looking at my trimmer the other day. I was like, I might, put on the 5 setting and then have something like that. A little bit longer than what David has, but pretty much like, yeah, like just the trimmed look. It's
Yeah.
a good look. And in this clip, is David Gokhshtein secretly in love with Andrew Tate? So find out tomorrow, guys, 5 p.m. Eastern.
I
Every
don't know.
Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, there's always a juicy guest. And this time we have the insane ultra mega star Patrick Bet David. Patrick doing tons of crazy stuff. Insane entrepreneur. So that's going to be crazy to have him there.
Mhm.
Great honor, but then also to be talking some spicy topics around the world, what's going on around the world. So good stuff.
Yeah,
Make sure guys
absolutely.
you stay tuned for that one, and of course you'll hear about it in the morning show, of course, with Akil Patterson, the breakdown. So let's jump into some news. This one caught me off, by surprise here. The Voyager acquisition. So FTX acquires Voyager's assets, making FTX the highest and best bidder. The bid is valued at
Mhm.
approximately $1.422 billion dollars. So I know there was talks about Binance wanting to do it. I looked at the article. I didn't see note of Binance, but FTX is sweeping the floor, I'd say.
Yeah, they're making a lot of changes in their company, including buying Voyager.
Hmm.
That's interesting. I think that it's probably best for the people. So hopefully they are able to, make some good changes as far as like people who have their money on Voyager. But we'll see. But yeah, FTX is doing some crazy stuff right now. I
For
think they
sure.
hired, what was it? They hired like 12 new people on their, like the top of their company. Somebody in a
Mm,
big position stepped down. So, yeah,
got it. Yeah, they're definitely doing a lot. It seems like they're a juggernaut at this point. They're just coming in and
mhm,
sweeping the floor.
yeah,
Um, to what end? And I know we're gonna get to one of my favorite stories, which is with Alex Mashinsky. We'll get there, guys. But before we get there, let's talk about some of the boring stuff that was happening in the morning. So, U.S. Fed Jerome Powell expresses interest to have, quote, stablecoins reach the general public more broadly, including retail payments. So this was over a stream that was hosted by the French bank. So here we had like people chiming in. Also, like we had we did another tweet, but a lot of notorious people, government people, central bank people, basically having a discussion on digital finance and just things of that nature, regulation, smart contracts. So I definitely think that the stablecoin future is good. I think that the government's going to look into implementing it, and he was kind of saying that he was expressing big interest for this. So yeah, we'll
Mm-hmm.
see. We'll see what happens with stablecoins. It's kind of scary too, though, because often some of the words I was hearing, that was just brief, because you told me, Erica, it was like 4 hours long. But I heard a lot of like words like villainizing crypto and like speaking into it from like, we need to control this beast exactly the way we want. Like just I don't know, some 1984 like just I was just like guys, like you're gonna turn crypto into what it's not supposed to be, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see what the
exactly.
central bank people are up to, what they want to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody who who has the energy and the attention span to sit through the whole thing so I can read their notes, to be honest with you. 4.5 hours is just a little bit long for me to like sit through something like that. But I know that there's people who are
Yeah,
probably like on the edge of their seat. So if you are that person, I respect you. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Like that's a long thing to go through. And speaking of a long thing to go through, of course, Alex Mashinsky dragged through the whole fiasco with Celsius, and this surprised me. So,
Mhm.
Celsius CEO Mashinsky submitted his letter of resignation effective immediately. Um, and as a like, I thought that maybe he could turn this around and like be like this the Superman of crypto, just come in, like
Mhm.
just big M on his chest. Mashinsky's got the whole Marvel, like he's part of the gang, like. But no, this is ended on a quiet note, I guess. Just a quick resignation.
Yep. Yeah, he basically was leaving everything except for, it says, with the exception of my director position at Celsius Network Limited. So
Hmm.
he is in it just a little bit, but yeah,
So he's
definitely
still a
not.
little director, sidelines.
Hmm.
Got it. Got it.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I didn't know that, so that's a little tidbit there. A little Alex Mashinsky guidance on the side, for better or for worse. And Robinhood. So Robinhood announces Polygon as its first supported blockchain on its zero-fee crypto trading wallet app, now in beta for some users. So about 10,000 customers from the waitlist that can now facilitate testing and using the app. So hey, I mean, Robinhood looks like they're doing stuff to make mainstream adopt it more, retail adopt it more. So given their controversy, I still, if it means more people getting into crypto, then so be it. That's kind of how
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
it. But I wouldn't
absolutely.
use Robinhood personally.
I haven't either for like a very, very long time. But I mean, we were talking about this the other day, and it's good for the industry. Like I said, there's a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I do know like a handful of people who their first purchase was within Robinhood. And so
Yeah.
it's nice that they're rolling that out. I think it's been long awaited.
Hmm.
We've been talking about it for quite a while, I think at least a year. So it's nice to see that they're
Mm.
actually delivering on it. And, they've got Polygon as their test subject for 10K people. So,
Polygon just smashing it. Polygon just like killing it left and right,
yeah.
just making all the right deals, the right collaborations. You got Starbucks, you got
Hmm.
Disney, you got this. It's just crazy, crazy to see that. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Reddit,
And
the Reddit
mhm,
NFTs are also on Polygon.
there you go. Lots of reasons to be bullish on Polygon, that's for sure. Let's just continue here with some NFT goodness. So NFT user borrowed 1,000 ETH, and he borrowed it at an 18% APY using two Mega Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFTs as collateral. and use the borrowed money to buy a third Mega Mutant. So just another example of how you can leverage DeFi to do some interesting gymnastics. So definitely there is a big power when it comes to DeFi, and you're doing like collateralized and stacking and just playing around with it. I think Compound, or it might be the other platform, maybe Aave, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong, is a very popular platform for, these collateralized loans and going through DeFi stuff. So that's cool. I know one of our guys reported on this. Gabriel reported on this. So it's cool to see people leverage stuff and like 1,000 ETH. Like I just think about borrowing 1,000 ETH. Like that's pretty penny. It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like, oh yeah, 1,000 ETH. Yeah, but it's a substantial amount of fiat dollars. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So he borrowed it and bought another one. So what is his play on this?
Yeah, I thought
He
about that.
has
I'm
to
just
pay it
like,
back, so is he like banking on it going up in value and like making some money? I mean, I don't know.
it would suck if like it just plunged in value and then you couldn't, and then you lost like your two, and then you're left with one. And
Mhm.
it's like, yeah, that I don't know. To be continued, right? To be determined,
Right,
right?
exactly.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see if
and
there's a follow up with that.
yeah, and then the other thing is that 18% is not a small percentage. Like that's
Yeah.
basically a credit card. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean, the only thing about that is like you're borrowing against your NFTs. Like, I'd have to look a little bit more into it, but I don't know if I would do that. I mean,
Volatile to
I
say
think
the
it's
least.
cool, but
A
like,
little, a little not liquid, a little volatile
mhm,
to say the least
yeah,
is what I would say.
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of volatile, this was very interesting. Chipotle celebrates Ethereum merge energy efficiency with quote proof of stake, offering 99.95% off their new garlic steak entree when you spend ETH using Flexa. So, of course, they talked about how um, they were talking about the energy efficiency of Ethereum. So now using 99.95 less energy. The irony in here is that the funny thing is that like for people who are plant based or vegan are gonna look at this and be like, the steak itself is using so much energy, and then you're making
Yeah.
fun of like proof of work. It's just a marketing gimmick. Like, I'm
Hmm.
not gonna eat their steak bowl from Chipotle, but if they can make some people think about crypto, then I think that's a plus. Why not? And save 99.95 off your garlic. What he I was gonna spell this, Erica, and I just gave up. I'm like, garlic steak dish. Garlic
Garlic
wahilya. It's like a mouthful. I was like, no,
Guajillo
Alt
steak.
F4, I give up. I'm not writing down. I was like, somewhere in between here, there's like 10 L's and 5 I's. I give up on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
But yeah, it's and that is basically I'm sure that Flexa, probably pitched it to them because I've heard, Chipotle, they're not new to
mhm,
being crypto friendly. I remember I think it was probably like 2 years or so ago, they did like something with their guac and like they had like a little Bitcoin
right.
game. And so they've been in it for a while. And so I guess I'm wondering if Flexa approached them. I haven't heard of those two working
Mhm.
together before, or if it was the other way around. But it's kind of
It's
interesting.
probably
So
probably
Flexa
Flexa.
is a payment network. So
Mm,
you have to basically, if you want to take advantage of that, you have to use Flexa. So
got
they're
it.
onboarding people to Flexa and then also to ETH. Hopefully that helps to onboard some people. It's Taco
Hopefully it's not a
Tuesday.
mess. Hopefully it's not a mess like buying merch at Consensus in Texas. Like hopefully it's like using their token. Like hopefully you walk in, okay, bam. Like hopefully people don't walk in. Oh, I set the gas fee too low. Da, da, da. Like we'll see though.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
funny.
exactly.
Because sometimes it's cool in theory, but then when people go to do it in real life, the whole Web3 gap, it just causes
Mhm.
problems. But hey, I think Flexa probably approached Chipotle, but it would be
Probably.
interesting if it was the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got just a couple more stories here. One is from Binance. They introduced the industry's first global law enforcement training program. So this is designed to help law enforcement detect financial and cyber crimes and assist in the prosecution of bad actors who exploit digital assets. So they're just continuing to make the moves and to
Yeah.
further show that they're working pro compliance and pro, authority to kind of give the green light to nations, in my opinion, to say,
Mhm.
hey guys, like, we're gonna go by the books.
I'm sorry.
So
Whenever I think about this, like I'm laughing because I can't stop thinking about crypto cops. And I'm like, who wants to be a crypto cop? Like it's a
yeah,
law
I
enforcement
mean,
training program. If they don't name them crypto cops, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I think that's a really
I feel like
good
crypto cops might be too actually good, and they might have to call them like the Web3 police or something.
the Web3
Just
police. No.
something, yeah, something cringe, I don't know. I don't know. Something
Yeah.
like that. The
Yeah,
DeFi
definitely.
police, I don't know. Yeah, but crypto cops definitely has a nice ring to it, that's for sure.
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Lieutenant
But yeah,
Lieutenant
that's cool.
CZ.
It's nice that they're doing that because I don't know, unless like the law enforcement is actively in crypto.
Mm,
I don't know what other kind of training they're getting unless like one of the people on the squad is like really really into it. So it'd be
yeah.
interesting if they're going to spearhead that. And also, like, I wonder, what sort of reception they're going to get from like the United States, if all like law enforcement agencies are going to be interested in this, or if they'll
Mm.
just kind of like start out. Um, Let me
I
see if
kind
they.
of I think this is like I was reading a little bit about like different places in the world,
Mhm.
like them already kind of piloting this, and this could really be like the cookie for them to like really get on the good side of so many more jurisdictions and just like playing it their way. Like they're coming in very sly and very like smooth. So I think this is it's just crazy because it's just like CZ is like winning like 50 hands at a blackjack table. This guy just keeps coming in hot and just keeps delivering just great updates. So I
Yeah.
think this is just another one in the books for
Hmm.
Binance and CZ. So I think that's solid. Um,
Absolutely.
this article was spun kind of like negative towards Bitcoin. Um, the irony being the source being from Bitcoin.com. So it kind of weird to kind of FUD Bitcoin when you're Bitcoin.com, but I
Right.
digress. So this article says, research finds Bitcoin mining accounts for 0.1% of global greenhouse gas emissions. And I like how they said the same amount of energy used by Nepal or the Central African Republic. Now, if you search Nepal, you get a pretty small population, and it's like
Hmm.
I'm living in the film Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So if it's Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and it's like 30 mil population, why are we like pretending like Bitcoin's like this massive like factory polluting like disgusting like
Hmm.
like just absolute abhorrent abomination when it's just like okay, it's a relatively small like these sort of comparisons like to Nepal doesn't really doesn't make Bitcoin seem bad. It actually makes it feel like it's good. Like it's like okay, what's the big deal?
Right.
Like and
Yeah.
matter of
When you're
fact, I'm
looking
just gonna
at
share my screen. Let me share
So
this.
the EPA actually, they put out the greenhouse gas emissions. They put out a pie chart, so it's a nice visual, but just like a little bit of um, comparison. So agriculture is 37.5% of the pie. Waste is
36. How
1.5.
much is that again? Can you repeat that?
Agriculture is 37.5.
37.5. Oh my goodness.
This is share by sector
So
in 2024.
agriculture's almost 380x of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And these clowns are
Residential
gonna
is
point at Bitcoin like
11.4.
it's like you see this Nepal ain't no doing no emissions. Look at
Yeah.
them mountains. What kind
Yeah.
of comparison is that to say, you are bad,
Yeah.
Bitcoin, you're polluting as much as Nepal. But then meanwhile, agriculture, right? Like deforestation, preparation, animal agriculture, all the other stuff. Damn, that's a huge chunk. Didn't
Yeah.
expect it to be that.
Yeah, I'm not going to read all of the pieces of the pie, but a
Yeah.
couple other interesting ones are transportation is 17.7%. We all
Okay.
expected that to be pretty big, though.
Yeah.
Manufacturing combustion is 7.5.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, there's some pretty big heavy hitters out there in
That's
comparison.
crazy. Like even if you just isolated the manufacturing, like that's a 75x of Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin's minuscule. So definitely we have a source of energy problem and other things, right? Like if it was just sustainably sourced energy for Bitcoin,
Hmm.
we'd be solid.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere. I mean, if anything, look at the merge. Like it was kind of like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. Now, albeit it was quiet and that was completely fine. It didn't need to be champagnes and things like that. But I don't think proof of work is going anywhere. I think proof of work will continue to exist.
Hmm.
And that's a wrap for the news, guys. I will remind you guys that tomorrow, so remember Gokhshtein Unfiltered, Wednesdays 5 p.m. And also the Pixel Block with Andrew Alliance always has a great show, keeping it real. That's also Wednesday, 1 hour before Unfiltered, so that's 4 p.m. You won't
Yeah.
want to miss out Erica's amazing stuff Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You'll see more updates regarding that.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much a wrap.
Yeah, definitely. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us for the quick news tonight. Have a great night, and we will see you later on.
We'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night.